Hi, students. I wanted to walk through in the syllabus about the four papers that are due this semester, and so you know what to do if you haven't done one of these before. I think none of you have. So, the point of doing these papers is in 7 weeks, we're not going to have you do a research paper, some big term paper, but we do want you to get experience in the original sources. So, we're going to have you read part of Jonathan Edwards, uh, The Nature of Religious Affections, which is, they say, the most important theological work ever written in America. Chapter 5 of Friedrich Schleiermacher's On Religion, which is another classic from theological progressivism. A little bit of Karl Barth from his Dogmatics and Outline. Karl Barth is the greatest theologian of the 20th century, not always the most, not always the most orthodox, but very significant. And then I want you to read and interact with a part of the Catechism of the Roman Catholic Church. So these are four papers. They're short, 5 to 6 pages. The purpose is to get you into the original text, and not just taking other people's words for it, but dealing with the original text yourself. This is, think, exegetical paper, not research. Your job is not to critique the documents, not to say where Schleiermacher is wrong or the Catholic Church is wrong. Your job is just to show that you understand what they're saying. So think of it kind of like if you were to give a paper on a book of the Bible, Jude or Second John. You would describe the text. So your job is, the point is that when you have this 5 or 6 page paper done, you could give your paper to someone else who's never read the document, and they could read your paper and understand, okay, I get the point. I know what's going on here. So your 5 or 6 page paper has got 4 points. First page is a gimme. The first 2 paragraphs just say who the author is. Just spell the words correctly, tell us who the author is, and then introduce the document. Give us the title. What is its genre? Is it a letter? Is it something polemical? Is it part of a debate? Is it a sermon? What exactly is this thing? And describe its style and why it was written. What's the purpose of this document? You're allowed to look online for help with this, but you don't really have to. This is not a research paper, so do not footnote anything. We're not looking for any sources. Just this is just you and the document. So the first page is just basic boilerplate. Tell us who the author is, what they wrote, and why, and what kind of style. And then the biggest chunk of your paper is 3 to 4 pages where you're summarizing the document. Here's where, again, you can give your paper to someone else and say, read this, and they'll understand. So here, begin the summary with a brief general table of contents. So if it's Schleiermacher's speech 5, outline it. Does it have 2 main sections, 3 main sections? Don't go beyond 2 subheadings. So don't have one heading and a subheading. Don't get too detailed, but maybe it's got 2 parts and each part has 3 parts. That'd be enough. But just give me an outline, that single spaced here, an outline that just says, here's the structure. And then for the summary, just walk me through the outline. Showing requisite level of detail. Don't get bogged down in less important things. Show me that you can tell what in this reading is most important and spend your most time on that. You don't have a lot of time for any of it. Keep moving. Don't repeat yourself, but pay attention to transitions, right? Make sure you're moving clearly from this point to that point. Again, the whole point is give it to a friend, give it to a spouse, and say, does this make sense? Do you think you understand the document now by reading my paper? That'd be a really good test. The final page of your paper is where you discuss the significance of the document, say why it's important, what role it plays in the history of doctrine. So for Schleiermacher, he's the father of liberalism, and this on speeches, it's an apologetic where he's trying to defend his theological method and the focus on feelings for his romantic friends. Roman Catholics, it's their post-Vatican II catechism, where they're describing the new Catholic Church, in what ways it's continuous with the old Catholic Church, and in what ways is it new. I will help you for each paper with this. I'll post it on Brightspace and tell you, make sure you talk about this in that final page in your significance. You can talk about other things as well, but make sure you cover this. So I'll help you a bit on that. But the main point is, this is not, it's not a research paper. It's just simply you and the document. Read it. Can you understand it? And that's it. So let me know if you have any questions, but I wanted to verbally walk you through this because I think if you just saw this, it might be a little bit daunting and like, what exactly am I asking? So no research, just you and the document. Unpack it. Show that you understand what you read. And that's it. I'll see you in class. Thanks.